What would it be like to live in a world where nature was the enemy? Our overriding image of nature in the 21st century is of something fragile and delicate, something easily destroyed by human carelessness and greed, something that needs our protection. This image has become so dominant that it's easy to forget that for much of human history it wasn't seen that way at all. Paulo Porpora's still lifes show another side of nature. They are dark paintings, literally and metaphorically. They depict a world that is violent and senseless. The painting is on a small scale, less than a metre long, but the world it shows is no less terrifying for all that. At the centre is a frog that has just caught a butterfly and is preparing to eat it, unaware that it is itself about to be eaten by a snake sliding out of the undergrowth. This little drama is watched by another frog to the left, and by a tortoise and a lizard on the right, both with their mouths open, expressing the violent appetites that rule this world. It's a bit like the famous scene at the beginning of David Lynch's Blue Velvet, where, after the father's heart attack in the garden, the camera tracks down into the lawn to reveal a brutal world where hordes of beetles kill and eat one another. At around the same time that Porpora made this painting, the political philosopher Thomas Hobbes wrote Leviathan, where he described the state of nature as a universal war of all against all, and where, I quote, "the notions of right and wrong, justice and injustice have there no place, no mine and thine distinct, but only that to be every man's that he can get, and for so long as he can keep it." His description fits Porpora's painting. There is no society here, no community. The animals prey upon one another. Even the butterfly on the left is not exempt, as it comes perhaps to lay its eggs on the green leaves of the plant. Each creature's life is dependent on the death of something else. Death has a more general presence in the painting too. The toadstools, whose shapes echo the tortoise's shell, feed on rottenness and are infected by it, crumbling even as they spread into the half-light. And on the left, the plant, whose reticulated leaves match the scales of the snake, are spotted with black. They are diseased, and they have the mark of death already upon them. Above the mushrooms is a pale, moon-like flower, and an extravagant red bloom, burning without light, hangs over the greenery. The flower is painted with great delicacy, the artist tracing the petal fringes as they whirl out from the dark centre, little tongues of flame tipped with icy white. This is not a wildflower, unlike the yellow buttercups which grow beside it. It is a cultivar, a peony poppy, and this means that we are not looking at a slice of wild untouched nature, but at the corner of a garden. This is a world made by humans. Its violence and stupidity are also human qualities. The horror of nature is not simply out there in the world, it is also within us. It is a picture of human nature that Freud would recognise. It's also consistent with the moral universe of Blue Velvet, where the protagonist, Geoffrey, investigating a mysterious act of violence in the external world, comes to discover the darkness of his own desires, what W.B. Yeats called the foul rag and bone shop of the heart. It is a dark and dangerous and loveless world that Porpora sets before his viewers. But it isn't everything. While the painting exposes what it sees as the stupidity of the frog, the menace of the snake, the aggression of the lizard, and so on, it is also, as a painting, in love with these things. It is devoted to the glossiness of snakeskin and leaf, to the texture of the torn mushrooms and the division of petals. The painting illustrates a Hobbesian, Lynchian world of violent anarchy, but it doesn't stop there. It loves the shape and texture and colour of the things it condemns. The world may be governed by a principle of moral evil, but it is also materially beautiful. And what I mean by beautiful is not that it is pretty, but that it holds the viewer's attention and engages their imagination. It leads them to suspend their judgment until they have finished looking. Like Scheherazade, the painting survives by putting off and delaying the moment of decision. And this is not simply delay either. As the painting engages eye and mind, this deferral gradually turns into reconsideration. If you found this video interesting, please like and subscribe, or visit my channel, Think of a Picture, for more.